And now I will name all the members of the entire world. Number 350, Funfetti. Number 134, Harshmellow. Number 417, Lexi Pro. Number 316, Rebel. Number 56, Kestrel. Number 10, Weeplash. Number 561, Dex. Number 1313, Zuma Thurman. Number 0330, Stellasaurus. Number 777, Rabbit. Number 369, Crowbar. Number 615, Emily Morton, Post Morton. Number 2758, Betty Brutal. Number 77, Fleetwood Smack. Number 4381, Wild Card. And number 91, Belladonna. The world is supported on the bench by Mamory Lane and Ginger Sinner.
And our officials for this contest going to be Richie Cranium, Judge, Fig and Berries, Bon Appetit, Tinkerfell, Bone, Cleo Smackya Jones, Igru, Hell No Kitty, Highway to Shell, Kitty Kitty Bang Bang, John Lane, Lily Vanilli, and Holly Hatchet. And your announcers for this game, Assassinate,
and Rich Mahogany.
And we are Rich and Sassy. Rich and Hammy, yep. All right, we are going to hang out on the outside of the track because this is how roller derby is played now. We're going to get things lined up in just a moment here, friends. Y'all enjoying the first home season bout of the Root River Rollers tonight? Oh, great. So glad you all could come out and make it tonight.
How are you liking this new the new venue?
Yeah, so not quite the I kind of miss being on the stage. It made me feel special.
Same. And being in historic downtown Racine was nice.
Yeah.
But this is nice too. Thank you. One of them said they would put the stage in the corner for us.
Oh,
we can stand on those things.
Yeah, I think they're just telling us to go stand in the corner.
I think so. I did that a lot as a child.
I don't know. I think the acoustics in the corner might be a little wonky.
No one puts Nady in a corner.
It's true. It's true. So we do have a few skaters on each of these teams who, or rather, a few skaters in the Root River Rollers team who played in the last game. So, will that be? Are they going to just be super warmed up? Are they going to get tired towards the end? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it an asset or a liability to do two in a row?
Yeah, maybe it's both. It's the quantum skater.
It both is and is not.
Or Schrodinger's cat.
You change the outcome by measuring it.
It's true.
It's fair.
Science. It's science. Apparently just getting a few final details sorted out here. Oh, that is Nacho Whistle. The next whistle, however, though, will begin the excitement. Welcome to Rich and Sassy Talk. You on the line, Carla?
Hello. Hi. I think it comes from. I don't know.
I don't know. You just look it up. We all have computers in our pockets for the most part. All right. Oh, there it is, friends. Next whistle starts the action. And we are underway. Root River Rollers jammer Serpentine running up the inside line, taking a real quick lead jam. They are skating up against Rebel for the World. Serpentine coming in hot, gonna call the jam. Ooh! That was just a quick call. Thought there might have been a penalty call at the end of that jam. Gonna see 2 points up on the board for Root River Rollers. The World held down to 0. Very quick first jam, lining up for jam number 2. See, number 7, Quantum, wears the star for the Root River Rollers in black, up against Kestrel for the World in white.
That is Kestrel taking lead, jammer status.
Quantum cutting through on the inside, now eligible to score points. Both jammers entering the pack, bouncing around Kestrel around the outside. 4 points for the World. Quantum getting jammed up in turn 3, forced to the outside. Looks like they will be able to dodge the track cut. Do end up picking up 4 points for the Root River Rollers. Oh, bodies hitting the floor in turn 4.
Kestrel cycled way back.
Kestrel keeping this jam running. These jammers answering each other point for point. Oh, but Quantum pops out of the pack. Did I lay down the announcer curse, Nate?
I believe you did.
There it is. Root River Rollers skating away with 8 points. The World 7. So the World having lead there, but the Root River Rollers coming out on top. Score stands at the World 7, Root River Rollers 10. In jam number 3, we see Zuma Thurman on the line for the World in white, up against Edna Scissorhands for Root River Rollers in the black.
And it is Zuma Thurman taking lead jammer status.
Edna Scissorhands right behind. World taking up defensive position at the back of the pack. Zuma Thurman zooms through the inside, picks up 4 points, calls off the jam. And with that, Nate, for the first time tonight, we have a lead change. No, take it back. They added 3 points to the Root River Rollers.
Never mind, no lead change. This is the lead change horn, everyone.
Strike that. Reverse it. Root River Rollers remain in the lead. 13-11, a very close game as we line up for jam number 4. Serpentine, jammer of record for the Root River Rollers, runs up the inside line. They take a quick lead jam for the Root River Rollers. Rebel, the jammer of record for the World, almost through, taken down by what you talking about, Willis, allowing Root River Rollers enough time to get up to the front of the pack. Oh, a track cut penalty assessed to Rebel. This is going to give Serpentine and the Root River Rollers a power jam.
Power jam.
Oh, Serpentine with the juke to the outside. Weeplash hustling to get the run back. Beautiful defense. Ooh, Serpentine with the fake out does get through. Looks like that will be a clean pass. They're going to call off the jam right as the World Jammer Rebel is released from the penalty box. The score now stands the World 11, Root River Rollers 17. 25 minutes remain to play in the first half. Taking a look down to the jammer line, Quantum wearing the star again for the Root River Rollers in black, up against Fleetwood Smack for the World in white.
It is Quantum taking lead jammer status.
Fleetwood Smack up and through the pack, completes the initial pass. Smack is now eligible to score points for the World.
Quantum calling off the jam. Holding the World scoreless.
1 point picked up there for the Root River Rollers. If this looks like a lot of fun to you and you feel like you might want to do it too, Root River Rollers is always looking for new members. You don't need to skate to be a part of roller derby. We need members on and off skates in order for roller derby to keep rolling forward. Fun fact, when there are more officials in a there are more officials in a derby bout than there are skaters on the track at one time. We need you. Come and check us out on Facebook at Root River Rollers. Getting back down to the action on the track, multiplayer block assessed to the pivot for Root River Rollers Livewire. Crowbar, lead jammer for the World, up against Edna Scissorhands for Root River Rollers.
Crowbar picking up 4 roller derby points. And the Scissorhands engages the pack from the back.
Coming in with a strong hit, but the wall of the World holds firm. Crowbar coming around the corner, picks up 4 more points.
Could be.
Oh, I see a back block penalty assessed to Crowbar. Oh, and a bit of confusion keeping Crowbar on the track too long will be a second penalty for them. So a full minute in the box for Crowbar, the World Jammer. Power Jam now, Edna Scissorhands and Root River Rollers. Direction of play penalty back on the pivot for Root River Rollers, Livewire. Edna Scissorhands through at the front for 4 points. The Power Jam will last until the end of this jam as it comes to its natural 2-minute conclusion. At this point, the World skaters fighting to not be a point before the whistle blows. Only 1 point picked up at the end of that last pass, so a total of 9 points for the Root River Rollers to the World's 8. Brings the score to the World 19, Root River Rollers 27. So the power start, or the power situation continues as we have a power start here for the Root River Rollers. Crowbar serving the last few seconds of their penalty in the box.
That's right, and that is Domino out there at this power start. Domino takes lead, jammer status.
Penalty box stands empty. All skaters now on the track.
Furiosa heading to the penalty box for a low block.
Domino breaks through the defense, is through up at the front of the pack for 4 roller derby points. Crowbar now completing the initial pass for the World. A bit of a dire blocking situation here for the World. Only 2 blockers on the track. Direction of play penalty going to send another with a world blocker to the box. So only a single world blocker on the track.
Ooh.
.134 Harshmellow holding down the line at the end of that jam. A 1 blocker wall. River Rollers getting a big jam there. 12 points total. World picking up 4. So we are going to have a single blocker out for the World to start this jam. Weeplash, jammer of record for the World. Quantum taking a quick lead jam for the Root River Rollers.
Wow, Weeplash on her toe stops on through the inside.
Stellasaurus, the 1 blocker on the track, does force the stop out of Quantum. Will get the call off. And just enough time was bought there for all but a single blocker for the World to be sprung from the box. $20 points separate these 2 teams as we line up for jam number 9. 18 minutes, 40 seconds remain to play in the first half. It's going to be Boney Hawk taking the line for the World. Oh, I'm sorry, that's wild card. My bad. Then Edna Scissorhands for the Root River Rollers. Judge gonna give the lead. Oh, wait.
Wild card to the inside. Picking up lead jammer status.
Will not be dissuaded. Through for 4 points. Just bare. All right, so it's Divine Miss M taking lead jam for the Root River Rollers. Zuma Thurman, though, also out of the pack, looking to close the distance as Divine Miss M collides with the pack. Divine Miss M collides with the pack. Too much space between the front and the back is called. Too much space between the front and the back is called.
Power word kill taking lead jammer status.
Rebel out looking to put pressure on this jam. Power word kill through on the inside. Bit of chaos in the pack there, but as the jam is called and the dust settles, it'll be 3 points up for the World, 5 for Root River Rollers, bringing our score to the World 30, Root River Rollers 52. I'd like to remind everybody that while this is our final game of roller derby for the evening, we will be having an after party down at McAuliffe's. We'll tell you more about the location and festivities after this jam.
Got Edna Scissorhands skating for Root River Rollers. We've got Kestrel in the white skating for the World. That is Edna Scissorhands taking lead jammer status.
Kestrel with the star pass. Quick pass over to Rabbit. Rabbit donning the star. Activating their jammer powers. Very nice job by Rabbit. Juking out the Root River blockers is through. Quickly gaining ground on Edna Scissorhands. Rabbit with the push to the outside forces the call off. Looks like that is a 4-4 jam, keeping this at a 22-point game in favor of Root River Rollers. Lining up for jam 13, Weeplash going to be taking the line for the World in white.
I believe that is Domino. Yes, indeed it is Domino skating for Root River Rollers. Domino picks up a quick lead jammer.
Weeplash right on our heels, though. Both of these very quick jammers.
Around the outside, around the inside, and Domino is through.
That's going to be a track cut on Whiplash. So power jam for Domino and Root River Rollers. It was a very quick and snaky move by Serpentine, pulling that cut on Whiplash. They knocked them out and then moved back so quickly that Whiplash didn't even realize that they had moved back and
sneaky.
Drew that cut.
Domino, and the dominoes fall. They don't.
Domino will ice Whiplash in the box to start Jam 14. So a power start for the Root River Rollers. We did say that we were going to tell you a little bit more about the after party real quick. McAuliffe's down at 3700 Meacham Road, Racine, Wisconsin. We would love to see you down there tonight. Say hello to your favorite skater, your favorite roller derby person. We get back down to the action on the track. Quantum, our jammer of record for the Root River Rollers. Whiplash emerging from the penalty box, but it's going to be Quantum taking lead for Root River Rollers.
Oh, Whiplash around the outside and down. Serpentine goes around. Well, it's.
They used skates. They did things with their body. It was incredible.
Ha ha.
Quick call off there. We'll see. Looks like 4 points up for Root River Rollers. 34 points now separating these teams.
That's right. Just over 10 minutes and left in this half. We have another half after this.
Four three-pack advantage here for the world in Jam 15. Edna Scissorhands, jammer of record for Root River Rollers, up against Zuma Thurman for the world. Edna up at the front, takes lead for Root River. Zuma Thurman being held back by Boney Hawk, as well as What You Talking About Willis.
That gives Edna Scissorhands an opportunity to pick up 4 roller derby points. That Root River duo is really giving them the business.
Star pass completed for the world. Rebel now donning the star. Edna Scissorhands going to keep this rolling. But no, will call the jam before Rebel could pick up any points. Will be an 8-point jam in favor of Root River Rollers. Brings our score to the world 34, Root River Rollers 76.
Econoprint, for all your printing needs, come to Econoprint in Racine with a passion for print and experience that is top in our industry. Our team of seasoned professionals seeks to build raving fans every day.
Both teams at full strength in Jam 16 as Fleetwood Smack gets through for lead jam for the world. A jam against Divine Miss M for Root River Rollers. Fleetwood Smack through for 4. Rabbit with the run back on Divine Miss M. Oh, and a track cut penalty on Fleetwood Smack will deliver them to the penalty box, taking away their lead jammer status and giving Divine Miss M and the Root River Rollers a power jam.
That's right. This one will go the full 2 minutes. That was a nice apex jump by Serpentine. Serpentine receiving a star pass.
Serpentine does not have to obey the same laws of gravity as the rest of us. I've talked with them, it's fact. Oh, forearm penalty. So a forearm penalty assessed to Serpentine, and again leaving the track not quite enough time, so is going to be assessed a second penalty. Gonna have to sit for 60. That will see through to the end of this jam. Fleetwood Smack in a power jam. Serpentine could technically be released if Fleetwood picks up another penalty here, but unlikely in the last 10 seconds of this jam. And in the waning moments of that jam, through the pack for 4 more points. 12 points up for the world. Big jam, just the sort of thing they need to close up this score gap. Only 30 points now between these teams. (46-76) is the score. Root River Rollers in the lead. Will be a power start for the world as Serpentine starts in the box for the Root River Rollers.
That's right, and that is Crowbar out there skating for the world.
Crowbar with the lead. Root River Rollers are also down a blocker, only 3 blockers on the track. Crowbar through for 4 as Serpentine returns to the track. World will lose their pivot. Whiplash to the box. Serpentine through, completes the initial pass. Or picks up the initial scoring pass. Will be a score wash there. 4 points for each team. 30 points still separate these teams.
EAA, Chapter 838. Chapter 838 is a local organization of the Experimental Aircraft Association, an international organization established to promote the passion for general aviation. Chapter 838 is also the official home of the Root River Rollers.
Quick lead here for Screamsicle for the Root River Rollers. First time out to jam this jam. Oh, Kestrel picking up a back block penalty. So this is going to be a power jam for Screamsicle. The World taking up a defensive position at the front of the pack. Only 3 blockers to hold back Screamsicle. Screamsicle continues taking that inside line, treating them very well. Through for 4 more points. Both teams are now at full strength when it comes to blockers. And as I say that, Kestrel rejoins the pack, or rejoins the track.
That's right, both teams now at full strength without any qualifications.
Big fall on the outside right at the end of that jam. All right, so 9 points picked up by the Root River Rollers, 0 by the World, brings our score to the World 50, Root River Rollers 85, as the Root River Rollers use their first team timeout, stopping the clock at 4 minutes and 10 seconds in the first half. Reminder that if you are interested in joining Roller Derby, helping out the Root River Rollers, best is to follow us on Facebook at Root River Rollers or join our RRR Interested Members page for up-to-date info on upcoming fresh meat sessions and boot camps. Facebook is the best place to get in contact with us, but you can also find us on Instagram and TikTok.
They also, what I also like about their Facebook page is they say when each skater has a birthday.
Oh, nice.
So they're like, today it's so-and-so's birthday, and it's nice.
Get the inside scoop on all your favorite Root River skaters. With that, the team time out for the Root River Rollers has expired. We are lining up for jam number 19. Likely to get about 3 more jams out of this first half. Unless, of course, we see more of those sweet, sweet 2-minute jams, which I know is everybody's favorite.
Sweet, sweet. 2-minute jam.
Who doesn't love an endurance race?
On the track, we have Domino taking lead jammer status for the Root River Rollers. Following Domino is Rabbit. Rabbit picking up a track cut for the World. This is a power jam in favor of the Root River Rollers.
That track cut penalty brought to you by Serpentine.
That's the Serpentine special right there.
Domino coming around. Nice job opening up the inside line by Root River Rollers. Furiosa and Serpentine making way for their jammer. Oh, trying desperately to ice the World Jammer in the box for this next jam. Root River Rollers not going to get it. They will get 8 points out of that jam, though. Brings their score up to 93.
Excellent communication on the Root River Rollers, that team. That bout, that jam, whatever I'm talking about.
Talking about.
You're the one talking about it. Red Reaper out there making their debut on the jammer line for the Root River Rollers, skating against Zuma Thurman. It is Red Reaper taking lead jammer status.
Zuma Thurman through, now eligible to score points for the World.
Red Reaper reaps 4 roller derby points.
Zuma Thurman colliding with the wall of Root River Rollers. Root River going to lose Cherry Bomb to the box. Zuma does get through, picks up 4 points as the jam is called. Grand total of 7 for the Root River Rollers, bringing them to an even 100 roller derby points. World sitting at 54 as we line up for what will likely be the final jam of this half. 1 minute and 30 seconds remain. Whiplash jamming for the World in white up against Edna Scissorhands for Root River Rollers in the black. Track cut penalty assessed to Whiplash. Gonna let Edna Scissorhands get out first with the lead. Edna Scissorhands trying to find some daylight on the outside line, but it's taken down. That was Funfetti with the stop.
Edna picking up 4 roller derby points.
Whiplash back in, trying to find some daylight here.
Oh!
Whiplash finds the daylight on the inside. That's going to complete the initial for the World.
Edna calling it off. Holding the World scoreless. Picking up 8 points for Root River Rollers.
And that will bring us to the halftime, friends. With that, at the halftime, the World with 58 points. The Root River Rollers in the lead with 108. 50 points separate these teams. We've got 15 minutes to get up, stretch your legs, hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Grab yourself some snacks. Check out the merch table.
That's right, and we'll be back in just over 14 and a half minutes.
All right, roller derby fans, we are just about at the end of our intermission, as made clear by the nacho whistle.
I'm ready for another exciting half of roller derby, Rich.
I am as well, Nate. Who here is ready for another exciting half of roller derby? Phenomenal. Well, I hope that our skaters and officials are ready. They are the ones who are key to be ready here. Last we left our skaters, 50 points separated Root River Rollers and the world. Penalty situations looking pretty clean. Only a single person on each team with 3. Nobody else with much more. See how things pan out in the second half.
That's right. And speaking of the second half, it started out with Domino and Whiplash skating for their teams on the jammer line.
Both jammers fighting their way through the pack in different directions. Oh, Whiplash will pick up a track cut penalty for her troubles, though. So it's going to be Domino with the lead jam. That's right, Domino in the lead with 4 roller derby points so far. 8 roller derby points so far. Oh, trying to go through on the inside. Domino, though, will be forced to recycle.
Four more roller derby points for Domino. Domino calls off the jam while Whiplash is standing in the penalty box. This will freeze Whiplash for a power start for Jam 2.
Great way to go into the start of the second half for Root River Rollers. Big jam with 12 points and then getting a power start on the back of it. What more could you ask for?
Verily, what more? I know, a McAuliffe's Pub after party.
Oh, well, lucky you, Nate, because we have just that thing for you.
Wow.
So lucky. Red Reaper jammer of record for the Root River Rollers. Red Reaper forced to recycle, but quickly back up to the front. That
Red Reaper lead jammer. There was some confusion about that, but that is what it is.
nice defense there by number 7, Quantum, for the Root River Rollers, preventing the run back from happening on their jammer. And in fact, drawing a penalty on that, the world blocker. Oh, Red Reaper through for 4 points. Right as the jam is called, Whiplash picks up a track cut penalty. So that will be another power start here for Root River Rollers. Looks like Screamsicle going to be taking the line, jamming in this power start for the Root River Rollers. Whiplash once again starting from the penalty box. Penalty assessed to 0-3-3-0 for the world Stellasaurus. And a multiplayer block assessed to another the world blocker. Going to leave the world with a single blocker on the track. Root River Rollers at full strength. Number 316 out there. That
is Rebel.
Yeah, Rebel, the only line of defense in that jam. We'll see only 4 points picked up by Root River Rollers. The world held at 0, score now at 62. The world, Root River Rollers 128. Just shy of 26 minutes remain to play in this game. Fleetwood Smack, jammer of record for the world, up against Serpentine for Root River Rollers, and it's Serpentine taking a quick lead. Fleetwood Smack also out of the pack, looking to score some points. Serpentine with the lead. Oh, landed on the inside, though, gets a track cut penalty. So power jam for the world. Fleetwood Smack with the power jam. 2 blockers now on the track. 3 blockers. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Some very nice defense being played here by the world. Root River Rollers resisting the offense, though, so effectively. Serpentine flies out of the penalty box. Quick 4 points. Penalty box now empty. Both teams at full strength. Serpentine coming around the outside.
Around the outside.
Fleetwood Smack through for 4 points for the world. Oh, back block penalty assessed to Serpentine, going to send them back to the penalty box. Fleetwood Smack then with the power jam. This power jam will last for the remainder of the jam, unless Fleetwood Smack gets a penalty of their own. Fleetwood up at the front. Ooh, taken down on the inside as the jam comes to its natural 2-minute conclusion. One of the bigger jams we've seen for both of these teams this game, Nate. We see 12 points up for the world, 8 for the Root River Rollers. Oh, and 1 more added to the world's total at the end of that jam. So it brings the world's total up to 77 against Root River Rollers, 136. Had a skater with a bit of a hurt at the end of that last jam. So we're just going to go into an official timeout to tend to our skater, have our medics taking a look at them, and we can't really have the game moving while our medics are busy.
Yes,
so,
thank you to Michael and Ragnar, our medics.
Again, we really glad that they haven't had anything to do all night until now.
Mm-hmm.
So a reminder, everybody, that we may only have about 23 minutes remaining to play in this game, but your roller derby evening doesn't have to end there.
No, it does not.
We have McAuliffe's hosting the after party here for us. It's going to be at 3700 Meacham Road, Racine, Wisconsin. Thank you so much to Racine and to our fans. Our fans are always number 1 in our heart, and we would love to see you at the after party. McAuliffe's does more than just host roller derby after parties, if you can believe it. They've got all kinds of events. Every first and second Tuesday of the month, Tap TV Trivia, 6:30 to 8 p.m. Win a $100 bar tab. Every second and fourth Tuesday, there's live jazz with the James Jorgen Sextet, no cover. Every Wednesday, 7 to 9 p.m., America's Pub Quiz wins gift certificates to McAuliffe's Pub. Every Thursday night, karaoke from 7 to midnight. How could you pass that up? Saturday, January 18th, Bristol Renaissance Fair favorite Mooney will be doing stand-up at McAuliffe's. That will be fun. And on Friday, the 21st, birthday babies party with karaoke. Have a birthday in January? Come and celebrate Friday, January 24th at McAuliffe's. And lastly, Saturday, January 25th, live music with Kenosha's favorite band, Would You Kindly. But of course, the event that everybody has been raving about,
Yes, what is it?
Discussing for months, is the Root River Rollers Bout 1 after party.
Hell yeah.
So we have seen a few more penalties flying around here in the second half, Nate. We do now have a single skater on the world with 5 penalties. That is Whiplash. For the uninformed, or those who might have forgotten, or those who just like to hear me explain roller derby rules to you.
That's me. That's me. I'm one of those.
Once you get your 7th penalty in roller derby, you foul out. So you will be escorted from the game at that point, no longer able to don your skates to battle for the glory and honor of roller derby points. We flashed the only one with 5. We do have one with 4 on the Root River Rollers. That is Serpentine. Nobody else has more than 3. Most of our skaters are actually penaltyless. So a fun fact about one of the bench coaches for Root River Rollers
in
the second
tell
game.
us.
So let's talk a little about Hella DeVille.
Yeah.
Apparently, Hella DeVille likes to bite into apples aggressively, enjoys riding her tricycle in downtown Racine.
That's an interesting fun fact.
Yeah, I wonder if the aggressive apple biting happens on the tricycle, or if those hobbies are mutually exclusive.
Shared events?
It seems a little dangerous to me to be aggressively biting an apple while piloting a vehicle.
Yep.
But I'm not a professional.
No. But you know who is?
Hella DeVille. Another fun fact for our Root River Rollers skater, number 9, Furiosa, particularly likes to hang out at arcades, but her favorite is Chuck E. Cheese, and that is real.
That's a true fact.
You know what I love with my arcade gaming?
What do you love?
Subpar pizza and creepy animatronics.
Same. I was gonna say the same. I was like, you know what this skee ball needs?
Great.
A weird band that doesn't really like, it has some parts not working, and like pizza with like not enough sauce.
Yeah. You know what I need in my childhood? Arcade games, pizza, and trauma.
Yes.
And Chuck E. Cheese serves up all of them.
Charles Entertainment Cheese.
His legal name.
That is
little known.
That's true, though.
Oh, Charles. We are just, again, making sure our skaters all taken care of. Looks like things are just wrapping up. See, look at that.
Perfect timing.
We're so in tune with this game, Nate.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, Rich, we are.
Thank you all so much for your patience while we take care of our skater here. We are lining up for jam number 5. The world with 77 points. Root River Rollers 136. 23 minutes, 38 seconds remain to play in this game. Rebel takes the line for the world in white. Serpentine starting from the box for the Root River Rollers in black. Quick lead jam taken by Rebel. Quantum trying to come in and close the door, but Rebel just a little too fast. Serpentine back on the track, completing the initial pass for Root River Rollers. Root River going to lose power word kill to the box. Rebel through at the front for 4 points. Gonna keep the jam rolling. Serpentine weaves through the pack. Untouched for 4 roller derby time.
That's how they get their name.
Serpentine's gonna serpentine.
Yep.
Serpentine around the outside for 4 more points. Rebels forward momentum briefly stymied there, but is now through, picking up 4 roller derby points. Rebel in control of this jam, going to keep this running, is so far matching Serpentine point for point. Oh, Serpentine's feet go flying. Quick recovery, though. Nice dance around the inside.
Yeah.
Of course, Rebel popping out of the pack right behind. Once again, matching point for point. That was a nice little rainbow of
I
letting
noticed
like
that too.
River Rollers blockers just like opening the hands for their jammer
Yeah,
and
I
then
enjoyed
linking
that.
back up. Oh, so jam comes to its natural 2-minute conclusion. Looks like, yes, indeed, point for point.
Point for point.
That's 16 points for both of these teams. Huge jam here in jam number 5. Does keep the score differential the same, but the score has changed. The World with 93, Root River Rollers 152. And we are going to have an official timeout. Oh, yeah, so we'll just take a little break ski here while we figure out all of our points business. No, we have a wandering medic. No doubt wandering to places that they ought to be. Speaking of places they ought to be, that's where Wildcard's heading. Not sure where it is, but I believe in you, Wildcard. To the bench! To the bench with ye! Yes, because there was somebody in the box. Good. Paying attention. We don't want to have a penalty for fielding too many skaters.
Right. Whiplash taking lead jammer status for the World. Edna Scissorhands skating, wearing the star for the Root River Rollers.
Edna Scissorhands with just nice deep crossovers. Like whenever you see them coming around the corners, just like unobstructed, not having to dodge around other skaters. It's very impressive how far back she gets that back leg pushing off. There she is.
There it is, as
Yeah,
demonstrated.
That's good. Yeah. That's good, right? Whiplash up at the front of the pack will end up calling things off right as Edna is engaging with the back of the pack. Does manage to deny any points. The World coming out on top of that one with 8 does bring them over the century mark. Now at 101, 55 points separating these teams with 20 minutes remaining to play. Divine Miss M, your Miss M, your jammer of record for the Root River Rollers in black, up against Kestrel for the World in white. Kestrel up at the front of the pack, trying to get by that tripod. Almost through, but nice hip to the inside by Serpentine. Root River Rollers holding firm up at the front. That's Furiosa, Serpentine, and number 21 for the Root River Rollers.
Oh, almost, but Kestrel cycled back by Furiosa.
Ooh, Kestrel almost through, but taken to the ground. We have a star pass here. Livewire donning the star. So with that pass, there will now be a no lead jammer. So this jammer will go for the full 2 minutes. Livewire being run back into the turn 3-4 apex. Oh, body's hitting the floor on the jammer line. Livewire stuck behind the World blockers. Just one to beat up at the front of the pack for Livewire. does get through. That's going to be 4 points up for Root River Rollers. That jam comes to its natural 2-minute conclusion. 4 points to 0 in favor of Root River Rollers. Penalty box stands empty as we line up for jam number 8 of the second half. Looking on down to the jammer line, Quantum wears the star for the Root River Rollers, and Wildcard wearing the star for the world for the first time this game. Quantum through for lead. Wildcard looking for daylight on the outside. Wildcard sneaks through on the inside. It is clean. Completes the initial pass for the world. Quantum up at the front, dodges a hit from Lexipro, calls off the jam, does manage to get all 4 points, holds the world scoreless.
The Root River Rollers at 164. The world held at 101, as you mentioned.
That's right, 63 points separating these teams. That's easy math. I can do that in my head.
Even an announcer could do it.
Yeah, you know it's easy math, and if an announcer can do it live on the mic. Back down to the action on the track. Screamsicle dons the star for Root River Rollers. Looking for eyes. It's going to be Crowbar jamming for the world, looks like. Screamsicle fighting the way through, will take lead jam for the Root River Rollers. Boney Hawk, Live Wire, and Edna Scissorhands doing their best to hold back Crowbar. Are able to hold them back for quite some time, but they now complete the initial pass. Screamsicle playing some jammer on jammer defense. Ooh, taken to the outside. Very nice hit by Betty Brutal.
Betty Brutal, very vocal out there. Good communication with their teammates.
Hell yeah. Going to be a 4-1 jam in favor of the world. Both teams are at full strength as we line up for jam number 10. Just under 15 minutes remain to play. We are in the final quarter of this game. 60 points separate these teams. Going to be an uphill climb for the world, but certainly not out of reach.
That's right, it's not an insurmountable lead.
Zuma Thurman taking the star for the world, is up at the front. Cuts through on the inside, it's clean, takes lead for the world. Domino, not to be denied, will get through, completing the initial pass for the Root River Rollers.
That's right, both jammers eligible to score points at this point. Domino around the outside. Looks like Domino will take 4 points. Zuma Thurman still held up in their first scoring pass.
Zuma Thurman almost taken down, does manage to stay up. Domino just bobbing and weaving through for 4 more points. Oh, Zuma almost through on the inside, but Serpentine forcing them to the in. Will recycle them back into the first straightaway.
Nice.
Domino able to punch through the middle, does pick up 4 more points. Big jam here for Domino so far. 12 points picked up. Zuma Thurman going to tap that one out. 3 points picked up for the world. Root River Rollers skating away with a big win that jam.
Yeah, big time. Excellent track awareness on both teams, but Root River Rollers, I enjoy watching their defenders open the gates for their jammer, and then shut it for the opposing jammer.
It's great communication, great track awareness. You love to see it.
Yep.
We are rolling into jam number 11. Ooh, quickly the world jammer Rabbit going to head to the box. That is a forearm penalty, sending them to the box. So this is a power jam for Quantum and the Root River Rollers. Wildcard and Belladonna trying to hold the line up at the front. But Quantum will break through, takes lead jam for the Root River Rollers.
Quantum around the outside, or attempting to. Picks up. Ekes past Wildcard, picking up 4 points, calls off the jam. This will be a power start in favor of the Root River Rollers. Rabbit is held in the penalty box.
Yep, Rabbit standing in the box, so only has 10 seconds or less to serve on their penalty. And in fact, as soon as the whistle blows, Rabbit fires out of the penalty box.
And the Scissorhands uses those few seconds, though, to pick up lead jammer status.
Rabbit wasting no time completing the initial pass for the world. Both jammers now eligible to score points. Edna Scissorhands pushing her way through that wall, pops out the other side. That's 4 points up for Edna. That's going to have a call happening there. So it's going to be a 4-4 jam as Root River Rollers use their final team timeout. The world with all 4 of their clock stoppages at their disposal. Root River Rollers have their official review to utilize after this, should they so choose. So that does stop the clock at 10 minutes, 25 seconds remaining to play in this game.
That's right. 185 to 112.
Running tape laps. So another fun fact about our Root River Rollers skaters skating out in this game.
Oh yeah, tell us more.
Twice now, 2 games. Those are good words, Rich.
Yes.
But Domino, fun fact, encourages kids to befriend rats.
What a nice thing to do, because rats need friends. Kids need friends.
Absolutely, it's a win-win. And maybe they'll meet a special rat who will be able to drive them to learn to do a skill. I wonder, maybe Domino has a rat under her helmet that makes her so good at roller derby.
Yeah, that's like a Ratatouille, but like for derby.
Yeah, Rat-a-derby?
Rat-a-derby.
There we go. Don't steal that from us, Disney. Getting back to the action on the track, Screamsicle, your jammer of record for the Root River Rollers, up against Crowbar for the world. Crowbar up at the front, tearing the wall apart, will take lead for the world as their knee pad goes errant.
Just leave it. Just leave it.
Errant, not Aaron.
Excellent vocalization and communication on the Root River Rollers.
Yeah, doing a great job of holding Crowbar back. Oh, Screamsicle picks up a track cut penalty on the outside of turn 3. So this is going to be a power jam for Crowbar. World offense coming in. Wildcard making his way up to the front of the pack. So jam is called. That does ice the Root River Rollers jammer creamsicle in the box. A 4-point jam for the World brings their, I'm sorry, a 6-point jam for the World brings their score up to 118. Root River Rollers at 185. I can no longer do that math in my head. We have 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining to play in this game. And it is a power start for the World.
That's right. That's Rebel out there. Taking lead jammer status right away.
Screamsicle back on the track. Lying in wait at the back of the pack, though, are the Wall of the World. Betty Brutal with the run back. Rebel up at the front of the pack, trying to break through that wall as the hat comes off for Screamsicle. Rebel through for 4 more points. Screamsicle still working on that initial. But the pivot so far away.
Oof. That moving wall. It's a moving wall for Rebel there, trying to get past.
Screamsicle up at the front, ooh, almost through, but Betty Brutal out of nowhere. Just takes her down on the outside. Rebel through up at the front of the pack. Screamsicle trying to catch some wind here, re-entering the pack. For the first time, it seems like in this jam, the pivot for Root River Rollers is actually really close. The jam is going to be called. Big jam here for the World, 18 points total. Running a very tight ship on that jam. Screamsicle really being put through a hard bit of cardio in that jam.
Big time, big time.
So it's going to bring us to an official timeout. Currently, the score sits at the World 136 against Root River Rollers 185. The clock is stopped at 6 minutes and 33 seconds. And Nate, I've been talking just long enough. I did the math. It's 49 points.
49 points.
49 points over these two teams. You talk. The trick is to be able to talk without thinking about the thing you're talking about.
We do that all the time.
I have no idea what you mean, my friend.
I just black out, and at the end of the night, I realize that roller derby happened.
Yeah. Like, I mean, the jamnesia is real.
Yep.
Like, that is... Like, the number of times where I'll be very... Like, I don't even know what happened in the last jam. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. I could tell.
I can guarantee that there was some skating.
There was some skating, mostly to the left. All right, we are into it with jam number 15. Do have a out-of-play penalty assessed to a World blocker. Edna Scissorhands wearing the star for Root River Rollers, and that's going to be Wildcard wearing the star for the World. Oh, Wildcard taken down to the outside.
That's right, by Boney Hawk. Edna Scissorhands taking that opportunity to pick up lead jammer status. Wild Crad.
Rabbit coming in, playing offense, does break off Serpentine. 7-7-7 versus 7-7-7. We saw that in both of these games. We had a 101 and a 101.
Yep, and now we have two 7-7-7s.
Wild card through the pack, completes the initial pass. Edna Scissorhands knocked to the outside. That will force the call off from Edna. Some score corrections happening here. Going to be 6 points total for Root River Rollers to the World's 1. Root River Rollers in the lead with 191. The World with 137. Just shy of 5 minutes remain to play in this game, friends. Penalty box is empty.
That's right. That is 80 wheels on the flat track. That's Domino out there.
Domino wastes no time just running up the middle to take a quick lead. Crowbar finds the daylight on the outside. That's always impressive to see a jammer outskate the blockers on the outside of the turns.
Domino getting some advice from the track side to call it off.
Taking that advice, does pick up 4 points, holds the World down to 0. So an empty penalty box once again. Nobody wants John Lane's cookies this game.
No, they do not.
We see Rebel wearing the star for the World in white up against Quantum for the Root River Rollers in black.
Quantum takes the inside, picks up lead jammer status.
Way to just sneak up the inside apex. Rebel working on the initial, does get through, weathers a harrowing blow, but shakes it off.
Quantum around the outside this time, picks up 4 points, calls off the jam, holds the World scoreless.
Another quick points and call jam for Root River Rollers has them knocking on 200. Again, the penalty box staying empty.
That's three jams in a row.
I feel like I should go sit over there. Can somebody call a penalty on us real quick?
For being too sexy?
I want cookies.
Yes.
Lexi Pro, jammer of record for the World. Domino returning to the line for the Root River Rollers.
Lexi Pro out of the pack, takes lead jammer status for the World. Wild card heading to the penalty box.
That's right, wild card with the... Oh, I missed the penalty. That's okay.
Lexi Pro attempts through the outside. Domino still on their initial pass. Lexi Pro tests the inside of the seam, takes the outside. Domino finally through, eligible to score points. Lexi Pro calls off the jam.
Three points up for the World, brings the score up to the World 140. Root River Rollers 199. Just shy of 2 minutes remain to play. Friends, this may be the final jam of tonight. We are going to see Whiplash returning to the track for the World in white up against Serpentine for Root River Rollers in black. Both jammers hitting the pack hard and fast.
Serpentine, lead jammer status.
Whiplash also through the pack. Both jammers really throwing on the afterburners.
Wow.
It's Serpentine around the outside. Whiplash trying to toe the inside line.
Such a fast, athletic skater is Serpentine.
The World going to lose their pivot to the box. Serpentine round for another 4. Weeplash, though, threw for 4 of her own. Matching Serpentine point for point.
Serpentine calling out the jam.
And that will be a tie jam. I have insights that I would say, were this not a house call. There we go. So the world going to call for a team timeout, and so that does freeze the clock at about 10 seconds ago. What I was going to say, so now that we got this team timeout called for by the world, they do freeze the clock, guaranteeing us one more jam. But, lest I'm mistaken, there was a single second that was going to be left on the period timer, so I believe we were going to get this second jam regardless.
Yeah.
But, great choice here by the world.
If you got the timeout, use it.
The world stopping time. If only Star Platinum were here. That's a great joke and great reference, by the way. I'll explain it to you later.
Explain it to me later.
There's I can't remember who they skate for, but there's a jammer out there named Star Platinum, and it just speaks to my heart. Anyway, back to the action on the track, and what is our final jam of this game? Crowbar outtakes lead jam for the world. Boney Hawk taking the star for Root River Rollers. Not your lead jammer, but eligible to score points. Crowbar through for 4, hungry for more. Boney Hawk picks up 4 points of his own. Crowbar gonna try to wrench open that wall.
With the tool called a pry bar.
Yes, that. Crowbar's forward momentum being stymied up at the front here. Will break through, picks up the 4 points, calls the jam. Looks like we've got another point for point jam. No, we're going to have 8 points for the world for Root River Rollers. Nope, 8.
8 and 8.
I'm just going to keep saying things about the score, and then as soon as I finish saying them, they're going to change them. Thank you.
Thank you.
So we do have another point-for-point jam to round out this contest. We are going to wait for our officials to give final confirmation, but whatever they decide, it will not change the outcome of this match, Nate.
That's right.
The world fought hard, but Root River Rollers coming out, and there it is. That's your final score, 160 to 219. Your winners, Root River Rollers.